Good morning, Bishop Noll. This is Jason. Today is August 31st, and here's Valerie with your morning reports.
Hey students, remember to sell your raffle tickets. Each ticket has to be sold. Students and faculty members who sell over their required amount, which is 40, can place their earnings to a specific club or sport. The raffle ticket kickoff is today. And also remember that our first Mass has been rescheduled for Tuesday. Adjust your schedules. And lastly, your book purchases are still available for the cost of $65. Please bring a check or cash to room 319.
Now let's go to Chun for sports scores and updates.
Jason, now let's look at some recent sports scores. The boys soccer team defeated Westville Wednesday night 5-0. Freshman Mitch Argamasia led the team with 2 goals. This brings their record to 3-0 with 1 tie against Munster. Look online for last night's game's result. The cross-country team is having a great season. The boys played second on Tuesday at Wheeler. Junior Sal Cordova brought home a 3rd-place ribbon. Their next meet is the TF South Invite Saturday morning at 9. The boys tennis team defeated Gavitt on Wednesday 4-0. You can watch them play this Saturday at 9 when they take on Hammond and East Chicago. The girls volleyball team lost to Hanover Central Wednesday night. Their next game is a home game at 7 on Tuesday against Hammond. The girls soccer team lost to Broome Grove on Tuesday, but are prepping themselves for Wednesday's matchup against Hebron at 6. And lastly, be sure to come out to support the Warriors for the first home football game of the season tonight at 7. The Warriors are playing South Central. There will be a special halftime performance by the new Bishop Noll Marching Band. And I hope to see all of you there.
Hi, this is Tim, and I'm here with Mrs. O'Neill, who's here to speak with us about the auditorium. And I have a couple questions for her, if that's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Mrs. O'Neill, our first question is, what made the school decide to redo the auditorium?
Well, if you've looked at the auditorium before, we renovated it. The auditorium is 50 years old, and its age was beginning to show, especially in the seating. Many of our seats were taped together where the fabric was beginning to tear, and the springs were coming through in some of the seats, and it had never seen any kind of a renovation in the 50 years it's been there. So it was time. We were due. Okay,
let me ask you this. How much did it cost to renovate the auditorium?
The renovation cost approximately $165,000. We still have a few more renovations to go. We still need to purchase a new sound system for the auditorium, and some stage curtains will need to be replaced in the next year or so, but that basically is the cost so far.
Did anyone donate, like were there alumni that donated money to the school for this?
We did have alumni donate. A few years ago we had a program or a promotion where alumni could purchase a seat and make a donation, and they would have that seat, a plaque with their name on it, on that seat. And so we do have those. Those names will be unveiled the night we dedicate the auditorium on September 20th. We also had some corporate support, and we had an event last year called Nollapalooza. It was a series of concerts and plays that helped raise money for the auditorium. We also had a nice golf outing this past summer, and that was a way to raise the additional monies we needed to pay for the auditorium.
How would this affect departments that use the auditorium regularly, like the drama department or the Bishop Noll band?
Well, it's certainly a much more beautiful place to hold a production, and with the new, we've not only have we put in new seating, carpet, and tiles on the floor, we've added a handicapped accessible place in the back of the auditorium, so many more people will be able to come and enjoy our productions. We've also painted the walls, and it's painted in a certain way so that the stage is really highlighted much more, and so it will just be a beautiful place to see any kind of a play or concert. And hopefully we'll be able to attract some outside venues who will want to come in and use our auditorium as well.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. O'Neill.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
That concludes this week's broadcast. Have a great Labor Day weekend, and we'll all see you next week.